So I just started the broadcast so we can start recording now for the people who aren't able to make it. So this week is membership week for the Midwest. Membership week is basically a huge push for us to get members. All of the month of September is membership month, but they broke it down this year to each quad has their week of membership. So this is our week. Do you guys have any events planned? I know Daniel, sorry. I don't know how that happened. Daniel, you said you're gonna barbecue soon?
Yeah, starting at 6, and I still need to run out and get some plates and things, but we're having our kind of opening cookout just at a local park within walking distance of our campus. And that we've advertised to everybody. There's even a kind of, like, we have an interior design school as well as architecture, and they've got their own student organization, so we invited them to that. And we're doing several other things throughout the week with them. So trying to advertise to everybody, not just architecture students.
That's a good plan. Fish, do you have anything planned for this week, or did you plan on different week?
We had a welcome back barbecue last week. We had about 120 people sign up just for a meeting and stuff. And then we're having a general meeting on Monday, which is tomorrow. We're having a happy hour on a Friday and an ice cream social next week, just to kind of get people to get to know each other within the organization. How do I check how many people actually signed up and registered with the National AIAS? Do you know?
Everyone is asking that. I contacted the national office this past week, and they are going to get that document rolling this week. So hopefully by the end of this week, they'll have something for us to log into and check in. And last year, I know they tried to update it about once a week. I'm not sure how much they'll update it this year, but they do update it throughout the year as well.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, we're doing. We don't really have like a membership week, I guess. We're trying to kind of just do a lot of events in the next next month or so. We're doing an edible contest in October 1st. We're doing a black spectacle as well. We actually just got it yesterday for the architecture crash course. We're doing the Chicago tour, or open house tour, for paying for people who are going up there from Champaign. And it's just a lot of little things kind of we're doing, trying to get people to join AIAS.
That sounds awesome. I know other schools, they did it in the beginning of the semester because it's easier to do it then. It doesn't matter when you do it. It's just this was the designated week.
Yeah.
So yeah, as long as you get members, however you get them.
Our school actually starts pretty late, so this is like going into the first full week of school, so it works out pretty well.
Miranda, do you have any events planned for this week for AIS?
Well, we had our first AIAS meeting on Friday, and so we had all the current board members, and then we had a really good turnout with the freshmen. And we did an intro into what AIAS is and how we support our school, and we seem to get a lot of interest. And then this week we are going to be having a charrette that the dean is going to be running, and it's kind of like this IKEA make-your-own type of furniture. And then the freshmen are going to get paired up with their mentors and mentees, and that's going to be a segue into membership week.
Okay. So you are planning on having a full membership week this week?
Yep.
Do you want to elaborate on any of those events that you have planned?
Okay, so starting tomorrow, we're going to be meeting with the president and VP from last year, and then we're going to be going through just like what the steps are and how we want to present the online process. Do we want to have everyone gather and bring their laptops and do it as a group, or do we want to hand out flyers and let people do it at their own rate? We're still going to work out those kinks tomorrow.
You mean to sign up, right?
Yep.
Do you guys have a motto or a theme for the week at all, or is it just like, these are events? I know some chapters even have mottos and themes throughout the year where they got together after grassroots or when they were getting ready to plan the year. They kind of came up with a motto of the entire year that they're going to go with.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Something to set the tone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know AIAS LTU, which is the chapter I'm from, they have one for this year. It's called Get on Our Level.
Okay.
And I think it's really funny because they come in, they explain it like you come in, you're a freshman, and there's like the levels and the different classmen in the university. But then AIS is like on that next level, and then working up like the levels of AIS and AIA. So it's kind of like get on our level.
Oh, okay, cool. I think that's a good idea. That's catchy too.
Yeah. You guys do you, Daniel or Fish, have anything like that?
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about doing like a theme for the week, or I guess for your chapter it's for the year, right?
Yeah, that's more for the year.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah,
a
I
pretty
mean,
good idea, though, to do a thing.
Do you guys have any questions for me, or?
Have you guys done any fundraising yet? To like kick the year off?
We actually have a bunch of money left over from last year because we were very active before. So we have like 200 shirts and I don't know, like $2,000-3,000 from last year.
Right
So
on.
yeah, it's kind of nice to get that. But we're also trying to promote, get more members as well. I think our logo do $16, I believe. So
Has been updated.
cool.
Cool. We did freshman packets where we worked with Blick. Utrecht got bought out by Blick, and we had these packages put together with like all of the supplies we thought the freshmen would need, and they were like anywhere from like $300 to $500, and we did like a certain amount went to AIAS, and we made a ton of money off of that.
That's really
And the
good.
freshmen really liked it. They didn't have to go out and buy individual products, and they got good discounts too, and free T-shirts.
Caitlin, you made it.
I did.
Yay. We were just talking about, they were talking about fundraising, but we were also talking about membership week is this week for Midwest Quad, and if anybody had any events planned for that. Some universities, I've noticed, have done it in the beginning of the school year because that's just what works best for their university. In Daniel's case, this is the first school week, so I don't know if you guys have anything planned or what your plan is for membership week.
Well, we are pretty small, so we're kind of doing more of like a month. We have a couple things. We're planning a firm crawl to get people interested and so they know what it's like in the field. We also are doing a pumpkin carving competition, and that's just to get as many kids involved and kind of as a fundraiser for us. We also are thinking about getting ICC, like the entire school, into it. We had a cookout, and we play like football and have cookouts at school. So that's just kind of like fun things that we do to get people interested in staying with the AIAS.
These are always so awkward. I'm just going to throw it out there because talks, and then it's like completely silent, and it's just like, okay, yeah, sounds good. But if you want to like have an actual conversation, that's what they're more for, rather than like, this is what my chapter is doing. Or you can ask each other questions, ask me questions. This is more to get collaboration and ideas from other chapters and see what the rest of the quad is doing. So
I totally forgot to mention, so I mentioned the design charrette that our dean's going to be hosting, but on Friday we're doing like a throwback barbecue, and it's going to be like all the fun games we used to do as kids, like the two-legged race and potato sack races, and we're going to have a bouncy castle, and it's just going to be like, here's the start to the year, and it's going to be run with all the AIAS members, and we're just going to have posters and just be really overwhelming with AIAS everywhere.
Sounds
I want to
awesome.
come down and do the sack race.
Yeah, you come do it, it'll be fun.
How big are your guest chapters?
Um,
And out of curiosity.
like in terms of how many members,
Yeah.
we have maybe 14, 15.
Okay.
How big is yours?
I don't know actually. We weren't very active last year, so we're trying to get that back together this year with everything. But we have people here. We have a lot of architecture students here at the University of Illinois. But I don't know. Hoping to get to 40-ish around there.
Okay.
So
So yeah, that was the same with us last year. It was really dead, and so there was like 14, 15 board members, but by the end of the year it felt like we only had 3. And then this year at our first meeting we had over 30 people show up to the first meeting. So we're hoping to make it turn around. I don't know.
Yeah,
You guys had more members than that last year, Miranda.
I didn't know if you meant members or just the board members.
Oh, okay.
We have more members, but still, like, people kind of dropped off the face of the earth, and then
Yeah, that happens. There's always a huge turnout in the first couple weeks, and then people just disappear.
Yeah.
Thanks, studio.
Yeah.
I think with that it's more having like low-key events rather than these huge events that we all have in the beginning of the year. Throughout the semester, it's best to have like low-key events that are like, hey, come hang out, or grab a slice of pizza, I guess. But don't become a pizza party.
It was always like that. Just the more you do, the more people like to join and just be part of it. If you don't do anything, then it's just like, well, why do I need to do it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
What school are you guys talking about to? Do you guys talk about to?
What?
Where are you guys going to school?
Oh, what school?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm from University of Detroit Mercy.
Okay.
I'm from Kentucky. Go Big Blue.
Nice.
I'm from Illinois Central College, so just a community college.
Just a community college.
I'm from Lawrence Tech. It's right outside Detroit. Miranda's actually not technically a part of this hub, not to call her out or anything, but she had prior obligations earlier, so that's why she's joining this one.
Thank you.
She's okay.
One question I've got for, Caitlin, but I guess anybody who's hosted one is a firm crawl. You mentioned that you're doing one. We've thought about doing a firm crawl in Lexington and have people walk to different firms, but we would have to find probably like a 3-hour block to do that in. And obviously we'd like to be at the firms when they're operating, so 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. So you schedule that with people's class schedules and studio, and I'm just having trouble finding a block of time that I think a good amount of people would be able to spend.
Did we lose him?
I don't. It started to really cut out.
Ah!
I think he was just asking for it's hard to find a certain time to go, or how many hours should he cut out for or carve out for firm crawl.
Well, it's probably a lot different for us because we are a lot smaller, but we have a 4-hour block of time that none of our sophomores are in class and very few of our freshmen are. So we were thinking about taking that time And one of our teachers is even has offered to let us use part of his class time, just because he thinks it would be a good opportunity for us. So we're going to have to do like in the middle of the week and just cut into class time, but because there's not really a better way to do it.
Yeah, it really depends on the university and what time the classes are. I know with the chapter that I'm involved with here at LTU, they usually do Friday ones because we don't have Friday studios. I don't know when UDM does them. We're so close, so that's why it's like they're like 10 minutes down the road. So I don't know when they do theirs because I know they have Friday studios, but it really depends on when the studios are for that university or for that college. And that's what you're saying. Yeah.
I should be back now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Did you just ask like how many hours they should carve out for a firm crawl?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I was just, in order for us to do a walking firm crawl, we have to walk from campus to downtown, and in order to, spend any amount of time at a firm, it would probably have to be like a 3-hour firm crawl, maybe 2. And so it's just hard to find a 2-hour window where people actually have, no class. Sorry if I'm cutting out. My internet's terrible right now.
That's why I like Doodle. I like to see where people are at what time of the day. Not to be a creep or anything, but I like to know like what times work for people.
Yeah.
You can even do that as a chapter-wide survey, and you can write a comment saying like, make sure that this is a basic week for you, rather than.
Okay. And then you can just kind of see where the windows are. It's not a bad idea.
He's calling me, so I'm sorry if you can hear my phone vibrating. This week, I just want to make sure if you guys are having events, make sure to share them on the Facebook page, share them through any social media that you have, because this is our week. This is our time to shine. So, we're beautiful, sexy people. Let's show it.
All right.
Does anybody else have any questions or anything that they want to talk about?
I had a question about best forms of communication within your board, and then even other members. So last year we had a Facebook group for just anyone involved in AIAS or who wanted to keep up with it, and then we had another one just set for board members for more like specific stuff. But it's hard to really keep everyone in the loop because it'll say everyone read the message, like it'll say seen, but then no one responds or something. Yeah, I don't know, and then we'll try and do like the personal, like text everybody or run into people, but then it turns into like a cat and mouse game.
But does anybody have an effective way to communicate within their board?
We just use Facebook like you do, but at ICC it's so close knit that we see everyone all the time, so it's easy for us to communicate face to face. So I mean, you guys are probably a lot bigger where that's not really an option. But
we're kind of small too, though.
Yeah, we typically just use Facebook also.
Okay.
And if it says that somebody's seen the message and I'm not getting replies, honestly, I'll just keep pestering people until
Okay.
Sometimes it's the best way just to keep reminding people, and eventually you'll hear something back. But then we also have a monthly board meeting where we're all going to like prepare sort of a report of the past month and what's upcoming. So we'll sit down face to face and schedule out an hour and a half to just kind of review where we're at.
Okay.
So.
We usually do them bi-weekly, our meetings, but our school's a lot smaller too, so it's easier to catch people. We all have the same classes pretty much.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, well my computer is dying, my internet is dying,
Are you dying?
and
He's dying.
about to be.
Please don't die.
Yeah, but I also need to get prepared for this cookout, so I'm probably going to head out.
Okay, well thanks for stopping by.
No problem.
That's it.
Uh,
I'm an awkward person, sorry. We'll have fun at your barbecue.
Alright, see y'all.
Bye now.
Bye.
I feel so awkward.
This is funny. Modern technology.
So if you guys don't have any other questions, I guess that's really all we have then.
Okay.
Just make sure you share everything, get the word out. And I'm going to end this conversation with a video. Ryan did that last year, and I think Weston did too when he had his committee meetings, and I enjoyed it, so I'm just going to use that.
You can
I don't
share
know if
stuff on here?
What?
You can share stuff on here?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna see if I can find this. Yeah. You may have seen it already, but I like it, so we're gonna watch it. If you ever have ideas for the future for videos, just let me know. So let's watch this one.
I'm going to share that everywhere.
All right, well, have a good week and get your members to join.
Thanks, Nicole.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
All right, thanks for letting me join this one.
Yeah, no problem.
See ya.
Bye.